Just in, victim number 1 is Cassie, and she is planning to testify against Diddy. This is breaking news. And we got Terrence Howard over here talking about how Diddy wanted to F him, but he kept his man card. Good for you, Cassie. Now let's take a listen to what Terrence Howard said.
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you or looking at you like you're a woman.
So let's stop right there. First of all, everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. There's a possibility that Terrence Howard, because of what just transpired in the past, may possibly be open to testifying against Diddy. See, some of y'all might say, why would he do that? As a man that has never been tried by another man, but as a man, I want to add another part of this too. Not just as a man, as him, because Terrence Howard is him. So Terrence Howard isn't just some random dude that is looking to get into the acting world. He's him, right? So when you're up here and your equal or somebody that is somewhat in your range tries you, you're like, nigga, is you crazy? See, if you're down here and some record executive tries you, that's one thing. You might be like, yo, I don't go that way. No, but when y'all are either here or when you're bigger than him, what do y'all think? Who's bigger just overall in notoriety, Diddy or Terrence Howard? What do y'all think? That's the first thing. What do y'all think? Just overall in notoriety, who's bigger, Terrence Howard or Diddy? I would say Terrence Howard because he's a movie star. He's been in some of the biggest movies in black cinema, right? I'm not talking about money. I'm just talking about notoriety. So when you're up here and a man comes to you asking you for help and then wants to fuck you, you're like, are you kidding me? So Terrence Howard is bigger, am I wrong, than Diddy. How dare you come to someone like me and try me? So this is bigger than just Diddy trying one of his artists, Diddy trying somebody that wants to get in a game, Diddy trying just random people that work for him, Diddy trying a bodyguard. Terrence Howard is him. And if I'm him, let me sit up in my seat, and you try me in some type of gay way, I'm going to try to bury you. I'm going to try you back. Just not in that way. So if I was Terrence Howard, I would 1000% get on the stand and be like, yes, he did this, he did that. Whatever it is I know, like, let's go. Because how dare you try me? Who the fuck you think you are? I'm Terrence Howard, sir. And you're Diddy. You're not on my level. So let me know what y'all think in the chat, and we're gonna keep watching. But I 1000% think that Terrence Howard is gonna have something to do with this case, because there's a reason why Terrence Howard is a very, very intellectual person. He's a very intentional person. And for him to actually go on the PBD podcast, shout out to Patrick Bet David, to talk about Diddy in particular, and I'm sure he talked about a lot of other things, that there was a reason. There was a reason why he brought up Diddy. Because sometimes when something happens in your career and a person is about to go to prison, is going through litigation, you're not going to bring that person up because you don't want to cause that person more problems or more mental or emotional anguish. No, Terrence Howard is intentional. He brought this up on purpose. There's a possibility that Terrence Howard is like, yo, I would love for them to subpoena me. I'm going to go out there and say whatever it is that I can say to get them to want me to help with this case. I want to end Diddy because of what he did to me. Because certain people, just like he said, he wanted to punch people in the face. Did he punch Diddy in the face? No. Because Diddy would have murked or got him murked, possibly, allegedly. So he's not crazy. He know Diddy is a gangster. But at the same time, me, my nigga? Me? And that is the reason why there's a very good possibility that Terrence Howard may take the stand against Diddy. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Yes or no? Do you think I'm crazy? Do you think I'm reaching? What do y'all think in the chat? Let's keep it.
I want to hear your music, so I come over there and I play the music, and he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, you know, he wants to hang out with you next week, and I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. I was like, oh, bro. Okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication.
See, those are fighting words. Those are fighting words. I want to end your whole career.
Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. You know, when you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back.
Just a refresher, he's been charged with racketeering, conspiracy, schmex trafficking, and transportation to engage in S work.
Did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button.
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, you know, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there, and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music, and he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like,
first of all, why would Diddy want help with music out of all things? That part right there is strange. Will you help me with my music? Terrence Howard don't know nothing about no damn music. Would he make a song? It's hard out here for a pimp. If he knew about music, he would have got paid for that song. Terrence Howard did not get paid for that song that was in that movie. He did not get paid for that song. He created a song and he did not get paid for it. So if he knew about music, he would have gotten paid for that song. He would have known what to do to get paid for that song. That man don't know about no damn music. Not to be helping somebody.
Like, you know, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh.
Terrence Howard is the artist who definitely plays an instrument and made a few songs already of his own. Okay, what's your point? You think Terrence Howard can give somebody some advice about music? I want y'all to think about this. I'm saying, well, what Terrence Howard is saying, Diddy said, I want you to come over here and help me with my music. A music mogul is asking Terrence Howard to help him with his music. We all know something about some music, but because he because he played a damn instrument, are you saying that he knows about music? Are you kidding me? Music mogul is asking for Terrence Howard. Stop it, y'all. Stop it. He played an instrument, and now he can tell a music mogul about some damn music. Stop it.
Okay, now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you notice.
Oh, wait. He said he wanted to hear his music? Hold on.
Will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music.
Okay. You're right, Rochelle. You're right. He said, will you help me? And then he said, I want to hear my music. So, okay, that's different. That is different. I digress. I back off. He said, I wanted to hear your music. Thank you for saying that, Rochelle. Made me bring it up. Because he did say, I want to help you. I want you to help me. And then he said, I want to hear your music. So, yeah, he said two different things.
That's what my assistant said. I was like, oh, okay, now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you notice to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in and make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman.
What's up, everybody? This is the world famous Ed Lover, and you are watching Kings TV.
Charges 1 month before his trial begins. That's right, y'all. According to reports, Diddy has been hit with new sex trafficking charges. All right. According to the article, 4 accusers are now expected to tell charges added. According to Terrence Howard, he says that Diddy tried to sleep with him. Okay. Now, again, if you have against Diddy, he wasted no time giving his reaction moments ago on IG. For those who missed what 50 Cent had to say about Terrence Howard's shocking claims against Diddy moments ago, 50 Cent made a post. And in this post, it says, no comment. I'm staying positive. God help us all. Okay, again, that was 50 Cent reacting to Terrence Howard's shocking claims made against Diddy in this recent interview. Now, of course, after seeing the situation involving Jay-Z and attorney Tony Busby, I really thought that, Diddy has a shot at beating the charge.
We're not going to get no Tony Busby stuff.
$1 for a one-night stand?
Okay. So here's the reason why just Diddy wanting to sleep with Terrence Howard is so sickening. I want you to think about this. Do y'all remember when Diddy tried, when Cat Williams said Diddy tried to sleep with him? Remember this?
Did Diddy really try to pay Cat $50 million for a one-night stand?
I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to
you don't try no man that is somewhere on your level. If you want to try somebody, you try somebody that need the money. Diddy is trying his peers. That's extremely disrespectful. Very disrespectful.
protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Diddy is allegedly trying to kidnap and essay Cat Williams.
Diddy tried to sleep with them or forced them to sleep with him.
According to Cat, Diddy allegedly got furious when he turned down his $50 million offer, and he allegedly had his...
All right, so hold on. I can't pronounce your name, so I'm just going to say Exila. Zila? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Wait, she gets an apology, but I'm the one that said he made music on his own for Diddy to hear, and I got to get chastised. LOL. That's messed up. No, I didn't. I don't think I seen that part right there. You said he made music for his own for Diddy. I didn't see that. So my apologies to you. I don't want to butcher your name. I don't know how to pronounce Zilla. Is that right? Zilla? I want to pronounce your name properly. So let me know. So shout out to Zilla if that's if the right pronunciation of your name. My apologies to you also. But no, I just didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. And then I didn't see your comment. And if y'all want me to actually read your comment, especially if it's a little longer, put it in the super chat and I'll stop everything and read it.
People abduct Cat and he tried to force him into a freak off session against his will.
What's happening, Puff? I'll be back to you if JD ain't had enough.
I owe you a dinner, man. I owe you a fucking dinner. I obviously can't afford to get anything
I'm tell
else.
You, like I told Puffy, I don't let men take me out, sir. I'm good.
According to Cat, Diddy was trying to seduce him for years and let Cat Williams tell her Diddy had offered him $50 million just for a one-night stand. Listen, it looks like Diddy has been down bad for Cat for a while now. Oh.
That is crazy. So, yes. I'm going to ask y'all this. If your peer tried to sleep with you, not your friend, but your peer, not your supervisor, but your peer tried to sleep with you, and then that person got brought up on charges, would you testify against your peer if you knew some information that will put them in prison mainly because they tried to sleep with you? Yes or no? Because I think that's an interesting question to ask. And everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Facebook, hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. I want to know what y'all would actually do. I would definitely snitch, testify. I would do whatever it takes, because the main reason why is if you're this sexual deviant that has no respect for other men and you're just running around trying to sleep with your peers, because that's extremely disrespectful. I want to do whatever I can to get you off the streets, because you might be doing this to young people, young girls, young boys. So forget about your peer. Who else is you asking to sleep with them? You may need to just be taken off the street, but would you testify against somebody that is your peer if they got brought up on charges and they tried to sleep with you? Let me know, because there's no way in hell would I just allow that. Drop, yes, Layla, drop baby oil bottles in the chat. Everybody drop baby oil bottles in the chat. Everybody drop baby oil bottles in the chat. Y'all are hilarious.
You are so done. As if you weren't already. His ex Cassie is going to testify using her name in his trial. Somebody get this lady into witness protection stat. So a lot of y'all are probably saying, well, wait a minute. He paid her off. Yeah, he did. But non-disclosure agreements, they're no good when it comes to criminal cases. So he basically just gave her $20 million and she's still gonna roll. I'm not even sure she had much of a choice. Take that as you will. I'm sure that he's probably gonna get life in prison if this sticks, which I hope to God it will. I'm sure he'll love it there. I mean, he'll fit right in. I mean, nice.
Yeah, all the dudes in there. Like, I don't even know why he trying to get bail. Ain't he in there having a ball? Like, he can have sex with anybody he wants to. Like, well, he is he's not in general population, but that might be an issue. But yeah, once he gets acclimated, because federal prison is actually better than state prison, because federal prison has more money, and you're going to do more time in federal prison. So federal prisons actually like facilitate a life for you to live. Like for example, pretrial is for everybody. Anybody who's drunk, anybody who just slapped somebody, they just throw that person in a tank. They call it the tank, and it stinks. Is bugs. It ain't clean. It's cold in there, because I've been in pretrial before. It's cold, so you have no respect when you're in the tank or in pretrial. But when you go to federal prison, because I've been inside of a federal prison before, it's almost like it is like a school, but a federal prison is better than a school to a certain degree. State prison is like a school. It's literally made like a school. So yeah, it's made for people to actually live the rest of their lives in there. So he'll be with other men, pretty okay accommodations. I heard the food is better in federal prison versus state prison, and he can, have shower scenes with a lot of these dudes.
For her.
Hit the like button, hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Not enough of you are hitting the like button. Not enough of you are hitting the like button when y'all first come in. Please, everybody take a second to hit the like button.
Having 20 million. And this is all alleged, in my opinion, in this article that came out by people. When I say she was possibly forced to do it, they might have said something along the lines of, we need you to testify on our behalf in this case, or we're going to charge you with something because you were right along with them. Allegedly. I don't know. My whole question that I keep asking this entire time is, did he really think that he had the cops and like the whole world on lock so good that he didn't need to leave the country? And I'm not talking about when they raided his house, when he finally decided to try to get on a plane. Why did this dude stay in the country?
Well, let me answer that to my best ability, that is, because I'm not a lawyer. Y'all remember when right before Diddy got apprehended, you should look into the possibility that Diddy and Russell Brand having some sticky things connected together. They made the movie Get Him to the Greek, and I'm sure they had some good times. Yes. Yes, I agree with you on that, but I don't have a vendetta against Russell Brunson. I have a vendetta against Diddy. So that's the reason why I'm talking about Diddy in particular. But yeah, I'm quite sure they did some crazy stuff too. Mr. Lego, he will go to a Como yard. He will have the weirdos he wants to have as boyfriends. Facts. That's all I'm saying. If he is gay, if he is this much of a sexual deviant, he would enjoy prison, especially federal prison. Now, of course, I'm kind of saying this in jest because nobody wants to go to prison. So I'm saying this in jest, but hey, go have sex with whoever you want to have sex with and have a ball. But what I wanted to say in reference to what she said, hold on, let me back it up a little bit. Everybody hit the like button, everybody hit the like button, everybody hit the like button, everybody hit the like button. The reason why Diddy did not turn himself in, I mean, he did not leave the country, that is because one, he thought he was going to get off on this because according to everybody, everything that I've ever heard about this story, Diddy had federal officials under his thumb. So he literally turned himself in because y'all remember when Diddy started hanging around New York, taking pictures with people randomly, walking around smiling, and he was by himself. He was looking weird. He was about to turn himself in. And the reason why he turned himself in is because somebody somebody up high told him that, oh yeah, we're going to get you out. Just turn yourself in. We'll get you back out. He didn't know he was going to be stuck in prison and not be able to get out. That was the farthest thing away from his mind. They even apprehended him a day earlier, and he was like, yo, what are you doing? I was about to turn myself in. So he did not anticipate any of this happening. So that is my uneducated reason why.
On lock so good that he didn't need to like leave the country. And I'm not talking about when they raided his house when he finally decided to try to get on a plane. Why did this dude stay in the country? He should have.
Because he has so much power, he didn't even fathom that he would have all these problems. Y'all got to understand, Diddy has been the king of New York for at least 30 years. The king of New York going to prison? He didn't anticipate any of this.
Left the country many years ago. I'm glad he didn't, because he deserves to pay for his crimes. This is horrible. And I can't even, the stuff that we're going to hear, oh my God. Oh my God. I can't even imagine. These victims deserve justice, and I am here for it. And do y'all think that she was made to do this, or that she did it willingly?
My opinion about Cassie real quick. I'm glad she brought that up. I think Cassie was a willing participant. What do y'all think? I think Cassie was a willing participant. Let me know what y'all think. Until Diddy started outsourcing constitutes. I'm using that word because just PRO versus CON. He started outsourcing constitutes to have relations with her. I think all these years, she was an active participant. She enjoyed everything that came along with it. She got slapped around every now and then, and she was okay with it. She left Ryan Leslie to be with Diddy. Some of y'all don't remember that. She left Ryan Leslie to be with Diddy. She wanted Diddy. And she stayed with Diddy. And of course, she got away and left, because it was one point where it got too far, and he actually, blanked her so badly where he got doctors and paid them, and he put her up in a hotel for I think 2 weeks, and the doctors operated on her face in the hotel room and had security guards outside of the place to make sure nobody walked in there and nobody could call the police. But at some point, she was no longer an active participant because things got worse. So in the beginning, in my opinion, yes, she was an active participant. But here's what's crazy. An active participant still has the right to not get their ass whooped. So even though somebody's an active participant, you still beat my ass. So two things can be right at the same time. A person can be involved in all this stuff, but once you start beating my ass, I have the right to call the police or tell somebody he beat my ass. So you can love all this stuff going on, the money, the parties, the drugs, or whatever, but if you don't like getting your ass beat, you have the right to say, I don't like that, and sue the person or get the person put in prison, because that's the one thing she did not sign up for. So I am not saying that she was an active participant to the abuse. I'm saying she was an active participant to the freak offs, to the parties, to the shopping, to the money, but not the abuse and not the facilitation of all these constitutes coming in and sleeping with her, and she don't know what the hell is going on. And I heard Diddy was filming the whole thing and was selling the tapes to his peers. No, that is not what she signed up for. But all the other stuff along, so yeah.
Let me know in the comments. Do y'all think he's getting life in prison? Do y'all even think that he's guilty? I mean, I think everybody thinks he's guilty. But let me know what y'all think. Please like, because this app hates me. Follow for more updates.
There has been a new Diddy allegation, and I feel like as the years go by, we're going to be getting more and more Diddy allegations here. But the allegation itself, I'm going to go ahead and suggest you go ahead and watch Kadisha's video. I honestly would not be as up to date with all the Diddy stuff if it wasn't for her and this channel, so go ahead and check them out. But the one thing that really stood out for me with this one, it's as horrible as you would imagine all the other ones to be. You get drugged, you get abused at a freak off, and he's naming prominent celebrities. But the one thing that really got me here is that this plaintiff said that
Solution that will help every woman watching. I just came up with a solution that will help every woman watching, regardless of age, regardless of background. See, in my 7 years of coaching women, the number one thing that I hear in my coaching sessions is her issue or tumultuous relationship with her mother. So what I've done is come out with a card game that will actually help mothers and daughters come back together. We have to get to the source of a woman's pain, her inadequacies, her insecurities, and heal that little girl inside of her before she goes out in the world as a woman. I call Like Mother, Like Daughter therapy in a box. Therapy in a box is 50 questions for the daughter to ask the mother, questions that you always wanted to ask. And it's also 50 questions for the mother to ask the daughter. But when you're able to ask the questions that you always wanted to ask to your mother without her getting upset, without her pulling rank on you, the lines of communication are now open. When women are finally able to forgive their mother, relationships outside of the household would then blossom. Because for most women, there's a hurt little girl inside of her that never had an opportunity to be seen or heard. But all that stops when you buy my new Like Mother, Like Daughter card game. Order it now. The link is under this video. Click the link and let's start healing. And just so y'all know, Mother's Day is around the corner. And this mother's daughter card game would be a perfect gift for you and your mother to play. Or if you're a guy, for your mother and your sibling, your sister to play. If you know that your sister and your mother does not get along, buy this for your sister and your mother. So to the men, if you have a girlfriend and you know she don't really get along with her mother, buy this for your girlfriend and her mother. I want you to think about how your girl and her mother would think of you as a guy if you bought this card game for your girl and her mother to play. And they actually played it and they were actually able to heal their wounds, and your girlfriend no longer has mother wounds due to the fact that you, her hero, bought her a tool to fix her mother wounds. See, as men, the provider protector thing, it is old, right? Oh, I'm gonna protect my woman from a burglar. No, you have to protect your woman from her mother. I'm gonna say that again. You have to protect your woman from her mother. That is the biggest demon in most of these women's lives, either her mother or her memory of her mother. Buy this mother-daughter card game. It's 2 different decks. So for the women watching or for the men watching, if the woman or you're afraid of just presenting this card game to your mother, I separated it in 2 different decks, the mother deck and a daughter deck, so she can simply hand the card game or her deck to the mother and just walk away. And her nosy ass is going to open this up and be like, let me see what this is. and she gonna read the questions, and she gonna be like, "Hey, let me see your cards." No, Ma, do you want to play or no? Let me see what's no. Do you want to play? And she gonna be like, okay, let's play. And next thing you know, they're gonna play. Because I know a lot of you are afraid of your mothers, or I know a lot of your girls, your girlfriends or sisters are afraid of their mothers. That's why I separated this card game into 2 different decks. We just hand it to her and let her figure it out. And her nosy ass is going to then want to play the card game because she's going to want to know what your deck is going to be about. So let me get at least 5 people to buy this mother-daughter card game, whether you're a man or whether you're a woman. We all have women in our lives. Mother's Day is coming up. So every last one of you, if your mother is still alive, is going to have to find something to buy your mother. Every last one of you, unless your mother is no longer here. So every last one of you who has your mother that's still alive is going to be looking for a Mother's Day gift. Buy this card game before I sell out, because this month is a possibility I turn around and sell out because of Mother's Day coming up. This is usually my biggest month. Yeah. So hit the link in the chat. Layla just dropped the link. So if you see a blue link in the chat, click the link and buy my mother-daughter card game for either you and your mother or for your girl and her mother. And of course, for the fellas and the ladies, if you're looking to just buy a card game that will help you vet the opposite sex, and that is also fun, get this card game also. All right, so let's get back to it. No, you're not crazy. Diddy is crazy and insane, I feel. Yes, 1000%.
He touched his door handle, and there was a oily, clear substance all over the door handle.
Oh, let me back it up a little bit.
It would not be as up to date with all of Diddy stuff if it wasn't for her and this channel. So go ahead and check them out. But the one thing that really stood out for me with this one, it's as horrible as you would imagine all the other ones to be. You get drugged, you get abused at a freak off, and he's naming prominent celebrities. But the one thing that really got me here is that this plaintiff said that when he got home, he touched his door handle, and there was a oily, clear substance all over the door handle, and then he passed out. Then he woke up in a car, and then he woke up subsequently after that, like here and there, but he couldn't really remember much. And the one thing that they said this chemical is scopolamine, which he didn't say it's like just what he thought it was. He said it, he overheard the kidnappers who kidnapped him and then brought him back. They were essentially teaching him a lesson for snitching or something. It was horrible. But he said that that's what he overheard them saying, that because he was passing out, he didn't look so good. One of the perpetrators said that, oh, I gave him enough scopolamine to knock him out. And so I had to look it up. What is scopolamine? And of course, I use ChatGPT. You guys are like, oh, why you use ChatGPT? Because you know what? It makes things easier. Okay, it's AI. Scopolamine is a tropamine alkaloid derived from plants in the Solanaceae family, such as Datura and Hyoscyamus. I'm not going to say that. It acts as anticholinergic drug, blocking the neurotransmitter acetylcholine in the central and peripheral nervous system. So I know a lot of words that I could not pronounce, but what does it actually do? So if this thing is given to you at all in a concentrated dose or high quantities, this is what happens. In high doses, scopolamine can cause hallucinations, delirium, and amnesia. In severe,
there we go, amnesia. Remember, blink twice. That is it. Amnesia. Let's back it up a little bit.
Acetylcholine in the central and peripheral nervous system. So I know a lot of words that I could not pronounce. But
HB for Life says, I believe he is guilty of something, but these people who say they were drugged have a lot of detail that most drug people would not remember. You actually have a point. You actually have a point. And I've said this on a live stream in my past before. I've said this. I remember it was a little boy, or was it the autistic girl? I was like, how do you know what you was drugged with? Because it's one thing, hey, somebody had me drink something and I got woozy. They be like, he gave me ketamine. How the fuck do you know what he gave you? And I forgot what it was, but I totally agree, HB for life. I was saying the same thing. Like, if somebody drugged me, I don't know what the hell it tastes like. What drugs taste something? You put some in my drink and I'm woozy? I'm going, hey, you gave me soda moodling. I don't damn know. So you actually have a point. Maybe, okay, hold on. Erica said many said they went to the doctor. Okay. You go to the doctor the next day after, your butt is hurting, and then you go to the doctor and you do an R-word kit, and then they check your system and find out you got scopamine in your system, or they found out you got ketamine in your system, and you say, hey, he gave me ketamine last night. They found out it was after. Yeah. So yeah, I agree, Sierra. So does that, what's up, Angie? What's up, Sierra? So does that make sense? HB for life? I think, because I was thinking the same thing, but it's assumed that when they went to the doctor found out what was in their system. That's fine, but details of while it was happening is my point. I was thinking the same thing. Because I try to be as objective as I can, and some of this stuff you sound like they be lying. So I agree with you, HB for life, but it may be afterwards they like ketamine or scopamine. He tried to get, you know what I'm saying? So I can only assume that. But yeah, this stuff right here, because they were saying they was allegedly saying that there was a clear substance in the baby oil called GHB. So and that is glycopeta something. So it wasn't scopamine. It was something else amine.
Scopolamine is a tropamine alkaloid derived from plants in the Solanaceae family, such as Datura and Hyoscyamus. I'm not going to say that. It acts as anticholinergic drug, blocking the neurotransmitter acetylcholine in the central and peripheral nervous system.
So that means there's a reuptake inhibitor also. Does anybody know what reuptake inhibitor means? If not, don't worry about it. But that's part of it. It was a reuptake inhibitor.
So I know a lot of words that I could not pronounce, but what does it actually do? So if this thing is given to you at all in a concentrated dose or high quantities, this is what happens. In high doses, scopolamine can cause hallucinations, delirium, and amnesia, and severe anticholinergic poisoning. It has been linked to criminal use, devil's breath crimes in South America, where it is said to render victims suggestible and amnesiac. However, its actual effectiveness is, in this context, is debated. All this talk about the Diddy oil,
Yo, what the hell is devil's breath? Have you ever heard of devil's breath? What is devil's breath? He said devil's breath. What the hell is that?
I mean, like, you guys don't really have to go to any real crazy conclusions that this is not baby oil. What they're putting on these people, this is a drug that they I guess ship it as baby oil, I'm assuming. And I've read a couple of these where people get doused in baby oil and they cannot move. They start blacking out. Like, this is what they do. They give you these drugs and that is how these freak offs happen. That's how this abuse happens. And I don't think this is just on the freak offs. I think this is all this goes through all of Hollywood. This goes through all of the elites, and this goes through government officials, things like that. But the one thing that got me is that they left it on the door handle, so he never stood a chance. As soon as he touched that door handle, it was game over, which is
I go through my garage. I never touched my own door handle. So you will have to break into my garage and touch the door handle in the door that is inside of my garage, because I never touch my own door handle of my house. So
extremely messed up, really scary to think about. Like, you were just going about your day and then you accidentally touch it thinking like, oh, it's nothing, or what the hell is this stuff, and then you get knocked out. It's such an insane way to poison somebody, and these guys
Yo, I want to say thank you. Hold on, let me stop for a second. I need to get some sound effects. Thank you, Dorothy, for getting the mother-daughter card game. Thank you, Ashley, for buying the mother-daughter card game. Thank you, damn, another person I can't I can't. Okay, I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to butcher your name. And thank you, Chandra, for buying my mother-daughter card game. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Buy the mother-daughter card game, y'all. The link is in the chat.
are monsters for using it like this.
If you see a blue link in the chat, click it. It's because Layla is dropping a blue link in the chat also. So thank you, Layla, for dropping a link. So if you see a blue link in the chat, just click it. And if you don't have a mother-daughter situation, click the link. I have other card games in here also. And I have a course that is only $14.99. So everybody watching right now, click the blue link in the chat and just see what's on the website that you would like.
And it's insane that like what they've been allowed to get away with for so long.
I don't think people understand what it's like to be traumatized by somebody famous and rich, because you can't get away from them.
Tiffany Red has written for the likes of Zendaya, Jason Derulo, and Jennifer Hudson. In 2015, she became friends with Cassie while writing songs for her album. At that point, Cassie and Diddy had been together for nearly 8 years. In a lawsuit Cassie filed last month, she detailed the abuse she says Diddy committed, including physical assault. Red
HB for life. You haven't bought the card game and you got 6 girls? Come on now. I want this game and we'll be getting it. Come on, click the link. Get this game. Let me show you what happened with my own daughter. And we're going to get back to the Diddy stuff, but I want to let her see this video right here. This is my own daughter and her mom actually playing the card game in real time. Hey, you there?
Yes, I'm here. We're here.
Okay, so this is what my ex-wife said about my mother-daughter card game. My daughter, one of my daughters, and her mother played the card game, and this is what they said. What are y'all's experience of playing the like mother, like daughter card game in real time?
Oh, it's good. It's a lot of fun. It open up conversation because it go beyond just the questions that are being asked. So it allows us to definitely feel liberty, like freedom to talk about things that we didn't probably haven't even talked about. So it's good. It's really, really good. We're really enjoying ourselves.
So that is my ex-wife playing the card game with my daughter. So it's really good. I just did summer shopping. I watched your video. Okay. Shout out to you, HB for life. But I'm telling you now, this is the card. This is the present for your mother, or this is the present for your daughter to play with their mother. So if you got daughters, I forgot about that. So if you're a woman with daughters, buy this card game. If you are a woman with a mother and she's still alive, buy this card game. If you are a man that has a girlfriend, buy this card game for your girlfriend and her mother. If you are a man that has female siblings, buy this card game for your sisters. Get this card game. There's no excuse for me to not at least have 20 card games sold before this live stream is over. We're at 5 now. Let's go. Click the link, buy this card game for Mother's Day. Mother's Day is coming up. Let's go.
Accidentally you touch it thinking like, oh, it's nothing, or what the hell is this stuff, and then you get knocked out. It's such an insane way to poison somebody, and these guys are monsters for using it like this. And it's insane that like what they've been allowed to get away with for so long.
I don't think people understand what it's like to be traumatized by somebody famous and rich, because you can't get away from them.
Tiffany Red has written for the likes of Zendaya, Jason Derulo, and Jennifer Hudson. In 2015, she became friends with Cassie while writing.
It's some music.
Diddy had been together for nearly 8 years. In a lawsuit Cassie filed last month, she detailed the abuse she says Diddy committed, including physical assault. Red says although she did not know about the alleged physical assault while working with Cassie, she did witness verbal abuse on more than one occasion.
HB for life. You say, I promise I'll get it. I just lost my nephew in a fire. Oh, damn. And been helping family. I'm so sorry for your loss. Damn. In a fire. That's crazy. Sorry for your family's loss also.
One of which took place during Cassie's 29th birthday in 2015. Red says Diddy showed up at karaoke, where Cassie and a group of friends were celebrating.
So he had her back into the corner, and he was like cussing her out with his hand in her face.
Later that night, Red, who was staying at Cassie's home, says she awoke to screaming.
He's standing in the like living room area, and she's there, and he was like, emotional singing, there you are. And I just was like, oh, he's talking to me. And I remember, like, I don't know if you know what his voice sounds like, but, like, I felt like I was in the presence of his monster inside. And I remember, like, looking in his eyes, and I said to him, what did y'all do? Because I could see that she was, like, really sedated. That was the first time I ever seen her, like, high before. And then he says, tell your girl she wants some birthday. And we were like, well, I mean, he's saying this to me, and I'm like, well, she doesn't have to have sex with you if she doesn't want to. He was upset, like, you know, I guess that she didn't want to do with him whatever he wanted. I don't know. I don't feel like I could advocate for myself in that moment. Like, I realized, like, oh, this guy is dangerous.
Red says it was only a few months ago that Cassie told her what was really going on that night in 2015, that it all stemmed from the music executive wanting her to take part in what he called a freak-off against her will.
What did Cassie tell you about these freak-offs? You know, that he would hire these, like, sex workers, and, like, they would have, you know, sex with her or whatever.
Unique Daniel said he brought up Diddy at the end of the interview, but what he was actually there talking about was way more interesting. You watch the whole video. I might watch the whole video, but shout out to Terrence Howard. All I'm saying is somebody as meticulous and intellectual as Terrence Howard, he's not just bringing up random shit, is all I'm saying.
And he would watch and tell them what to do.
In her lawsuit, Cassie alleges she was forced to participate in freak-offs throughout her relationship with Diddy. Red learning recently one horrific detail from Cassie.
She told me the only time he was willing to do anything or work on her music, go through any plans, any of that, was when she had a freak off. So all of our music, all my work, to find out that, like, I spent all these years writing these songs for him to rape my friend to, like, is just disgusting.
In the lawsuit, Cassie detailed the physical abuse she says Diddy committed, including an instance where she was put in a hotel room for days to heal. Red says Cassie recently told her about Diddy giving her a black.
She was in there for weeks to heal, not days to heal. I remember that. He blanked her so bad she ended up being under the SUV trying to get away from him.
Guy before the premiere of her 2016 film The Perfect Match.
I remember one time her telling me that, I think it might have been The Perfect Match, that movie that she was in, and she told me that she had a black eye under her makeup.
Do you believe Diddy is a dangerous person?
Yes, I do.
Why?
I mean, look at his rap sheet.
Diddy just suffered a major loss in his lawsuit with the producer Little Rod Jones. Diddy has been trying to fight Little Rod's lawsuit, and he recently filed a motion to dismiss his lawsuit, but the judge just responded today and said part of Little Rod's lawsuit will move forward with some big allegations, and some of them will be dropped. Diddy's motion to dismiss was granted in part, but was also denied in part, which means some big claims in this lawsuit will move forward in the court process. Now, the judge did grant a dismissal to the RICO claims, negligent and intentional infliction of emotional distress, and contract claims. That does not mean that Diddy is off the hook by any means, because there are still some big allegations in this lawsuit that are moving forward against Diddy and others.
Somebody brought up day 26, and I want to play a little bit of this, and this is what day 26 said. Somebody just asked. Nobody said anything about day 26. They said it themselves. Watch this.
Because I'm not no snitch. Like, I was going to just deal with it.
And this is day 26, and I don't want to play it, like play the video, because it's Vlad TV, and he be screwing up people's channels.
I don't know why somebody that evil would. I don't get it. I don't know why somebody would do that to
He starts crying.
a talented, passionate people. Yeah.
So day 26 went through it also. He probably ran through that whole little crew. So yes, day 26. They opened up about it and started. I think the whole all the dudes literally started crying.
Allegations brought up.
Just look up day 26 and Vlad TV. He had him on Vlad TV. I can't play the whole video because Vlad TV is going to flag my channel.
Under the Trafficking Victim Protection Act will move forward against Diddy and Christina Korm. This law makes it unlawful to recruit, entice, harbor, transport, provide, obtain, maintain, patronize, or solicit any person knowing or in reckless disregard of the fact that means force, threats of force, fraud, or coercion for S acts.
And shout out to Khadijah Lynn. She is my favorite TikToker. Shout out to Khadijah Lynn on TikTok. Go follow her.
And the judge said that Little Rod Jones adequately pleaded the violations as to Combs on numerous occasions. The judge said that Diddy allegedly recruited or enticed Jones to solicit and perform S acts with commercial workers, as well as transported Jones across state and international borders. Diddy allegedly secured Little Rod Jones' compliance with his request by promising economic benefits that never materialized and threatening him with physical restraints and harm. The judge said that Diddy tried to make two arguments, and they argued that Diddy's alleged threats and promises were so outlandish that they failed to meet the general requirement that the pleading should be plausible. And that's Diddy trying to say that these accusations are so crazy that there ain't no way that happened. But the judge said, I disagree with that. It's not just what Diddy said that supports interference of fraud. The context and history of Diddy and Jones' professional relationship imports a degree of legitimacy. The judge said Diddy is not only a successful artist and executive with extensive ties to the industry, but he also has a track record of winning the awards promised to Little Rod Jones. Diddy also has a long history of public allegations of violence, specific instances in which Little Rod Jones allegedly witnessed firsthand. Given this context, it's not unreasonable as a matter of law to take Diddy's promises and threats at face value. This part right here got me though. The way the judge recites this law, and it says an old age insight that many allegations might be strange but true, for the truth is often stranger than fiction. Then the judge gets into the allegations against Christina Korm, Diddy's ex-chief of staff. Talks about how Little Rod Jones alleged that Christina Korm was aware of Diddy's misconduct, including his unwanted groping and touching of Jones.
And Layla says day 26 disappeared. Virtually every, except for like 5 of them, virtually every bad boy artist disappears. 702 disappeared. Mace at some point disappeared. Biggie disappeared because he got killed. Craig Mack disappeared because he got killed. G-Dep disappeared and I think he's dead. So yes, other than Faith Evans, Faith Evans allegedly set Biggie up. So she stuck around. Mary J. Blige stuck around. Loon disappeared. So virtually every artist from Bad Boy, even when Bad Boy started, Andre Harrell died, disappeared. So virtually every Bad Boy artist and or executive disappeared, because once you get used to being around Diddy, you're like, I can't do this no more. This man is a nut. And then you either die or run off. So all these people are either dead or they only did one album with Diddy. Look at Dirty Money, one album. Look at Total, one album. Y'all remember Total? Total disappeared. So Total, Dirty Money, Craig Mack, Biggie, Andre Harrell, all these people, everybody disappeared from Bad Boy. Not many people did more than one album or more than two albums under Bad Boy. I don't know anybody that has done 3 albums, including maybe Faith Evans. Faith Evans and Mary J. Blige, but other than that, I don't think any other artist has ever done 3 albums with Bad Boy.
And also that he allegedly expressed his discomfort with Diddy's behavior to Christina Korum, and alleging that Christina Korum refused to intervene, justifying.
Yeah, Biggie's mom is dead. Somebody else's mom is dead. Somebody else's mom died like a couple of days ago. I'm trying to remember. Somebody else's mom died a couple of days ago.
Diddy's conduct by saying Sean will be Sean. Also, Christina Korum allegedly requesting Little Rod Jones to order workers for Diddy on at least one occasion. The judge said that there's no independent basis on which to dismiss Little Rod Jones' TVPA claims against Christina Korum. The judge.
I don't know what TVBA stands for, so I have no idea what she's talking about. That TVBA. I don't know.
Also says that Christina Korum may be liable under Section 159A2 as one who benefited from Diddy's ventures, not with.
And Christina Korum is the right-hand woman for Diddy, just in case you're wondering who Christina Korum is. Let's see, where is the video explaining everybody and what their job is. Hopefully I did not delete it. Here it is. This is it right here. So this is the list right here. Lucian Grange, Utopia, whatever her last name is. But on his right, you have Christina Korum. So Christina Korum is the one that recently came out saying that I didn't do none of this stuff and was lying. So hopefully Christina Korum is going to be brought up on charges, and she is part of the RICO. So this is literally the list of people that are expected to be part of the RICO indictment, but none of these damn people are on here, which is weird, but that's who Christina Korum is.
Awareness and participation in the ventures.
She's talking about Christina Korum.
Christina Korum, Diddy's ex-chief of staff, talks about how Little Rod Jones alleged that Christina Korum was aware of Diddy's misconduct, including his unwanted groping and touching of Jones, and also that he allegedly expressed his discomfort with Diddy's behavior to Christina Korum, and alleging that Christina.
What up, Dion?
Quorum refused to intervene, justifying Diddy's conduct by saying Sean will be Sean. Also, Christina Quorum allegedly requesting Little Rod Jones to order workers for Diddy on at least one occasion. The judge said that there's no independent basis on which to dismiss Little Rod Jones' TV.
So Lil Rod Jones is still in the mix with all this, just so y'all know.
PA claims against Christina Quorum. The judge also says that Christina Quorum may be liable under Section 159A2 as one who benefited from Diddy's ventures, notwithstanding her awareness and participation in the ventures TVPA violations. Another one of the claims that is moving forward against Diddy is SA that Little Rod Jones is alleging that Diddy committed upon him. And the judge said that Diddy's only argument against this claim is that Little Rod Jones failed to allege sufficient factual detail. But the judge said that's not the case because some of the allegations include specific dates and descriptions of these S acts. And the other.
And I want to say this. One thing I am so grateful that I've never became is a rapper. Because it's like if you're a rapper, you're gonna die. Look at Young Scooter. It's like if you're a rapper, it's like a guarantee you're gonna die. It's almost like Final Destination type shit. You become a rapper, you're a part of this Final Destination shit. And I think if you are a rapper, you are going to get killed like before the age of 40. Mo 3 is an example. So I think rappers are in the Final Destination movie, and rappers run around cheating death every day, but they're not going to make it over 40. And I know 50 Cent, Snoop, they made it over 40, but most rappers do not make it to 40.
The thing that will move forward is premise liability, which is alleging that Diddy is responsible for the SA of Little Rod Jones by Jane Doe 1 and Cuba.
Wait. Unique is hilarious. Unique said, putting down my Popeyes to hit the like button. Y'all, put down your Popeyes chicken and hit the freaking like button. Yo, that is hilarious. Thank you, Unique Daniels. That is funny.
Cuba Gooding Jr. The judge points out some of Diddy's arguments when it comes to Cuba Gooding Jr. Diddy responded saying Cuba Gooding Jr. has only been accused of SAing women, not men, making his SA of Jones unforeseeable. But the judge says it's not implausible as a matter of law to think that someone who has SA'd a female before wouldn't SA a male. Diddy had also argued because he chartered the yacht on which the SA occurred and he was not the yacht's owner, he cannot bear premises liability, and Little Rod Jones acknowledged that the yacht was rented by Diddy for several weeks, not owned. The judge says that the court disagrees with Diddy for two reasons. First, Diddy cites only a Florida law for this proposition, not the Virgin Island law, which is where this yacht was at. And second, because it says that Diddy basically held operational control, because it was Diddy's decision to invite Cuba Gooding Jr. on the yacht that Diddy had rented. Little Rod Jones had filed a letter with the court requesting an extension of time to serve Justin, Diddy's son, and Cuba Gooding Jr. And the judge said that Little Rod Jones has not since notified the court that service has been completed. So Little Rod Jones has to file a letter with the court explaining the status of service as to Justin Combs and Cuba Gooding Jr. within 2 weeks of the date of this opinion. And if he fails to file this letter, the claims against Justin Combs and Cuba Gooding Jr. could be dismissed. The judge also decided to drop Jane Doe 1 because Little Rod Jones had not served her and gave no explanation for this, and this was Young Miami's cousin. Now, Diddy did get out of this with one big charge being dismissed, which was the RICO charges, but this was because they said that you have to show a loss of business expenses for this to happen. But don't be fooled, because Diddy still has some serious allegations that he's facing, knowing now that this lawsuit will move forward.
All right, y'all, that is everything. I am out of here. I will be back tomorrow. There's something else I want to talk about in a relationship space. So make sure to hit the like button if you have not already hit the like button. Mother's Day is coming up, so make sure to get your mother-daughter card game. And to the people that have bought, thank you so much. We got about 12 people that bought my mother-daughter card game, so thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Hit the Cash App. Cash App is $AARON 1000 and buy me lunch if you would like to. And with all that being said, I will see y'all later. And somebody brought up this song, and you said you haven't heard this song in a while. So let me play this song. This is I wrote this myself.
Mama, sit down, let's play this game. In these cards, we heal our pain.
Drop hearts in the chat, y'all. Drop hearts in the chat if y'all like this song. Drop hearts in the chat.
Face to face, we both explain. Maybe find our bond again. Years of anger lose their sting. We both said some hurtful things. Let these questions heal broken strings. Let this game and fractured wings. Like mother, like daughter, we are the same. You'll see when we play this game. My inner child just wants to be seen. I forgive you, do you forgive me? The hurt, the neglect and disrespect, wounds can be healed in these two decks. Even though our past attempts have stalled, Mama, please just don't withdraw. Like mother, like daughter, we are the same. You'll see when we play this game. My inner child just wants to be seen. I forgive you, do you forgive me? The hurt, the neglect and disrespect, wounds can be healed in these two days.